Okay, good morning. It is Friday, March 5th, 2021, and you're watching Crypto Sonar. And I hope everybody's ready for a day. Hopefully, we have a green day today. I have my coffee and I have my water, and we are ready to go. So let's go ahead and get right into it. And first off, we're going to check and see. Oops. Hold on a second. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the futures and see what we're looking at for today. Oops. I have that right. All right, so we have the S&P futures. These are the S&P 500 E-mini futures that trade on the CME, and looks like it's looking up a little bit. So that's a good sign, right? After yesterday and the day before, and really all this week, we are barely up on the year. So the S&P futures right now are up 27 points, so 0.72%. Let's flip down to the Dow Jones Industrial Average. And Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 230 points. So remember, we had a 400 or 500 point slide yesterday, right? So what does that tell you about what's going to happen today? Well, at least initially, we're going to start out on the green side. So we can watch this. We're on a 30-second timeline here. So this is a live view. This is delayed, though, by 15 minutes. So let's take a look at some of the pre-market stocks and see what they are doing. Let's go into our watch list, and we'll just start off at the top here. AMC is looking to trade up 6 cents today, 8.10. So for all those options that are expiring today, last Friday we closed at 8.01. So we are 9 cents above that. So there might be a battle today for AMC to close above $8 again for everyone that might have options that are expiring today. So we'll take a look at that as we get going through the day as well. AMD chip maker up $1.32 in the pre-market. Again, market doesn't open up for another 20 minutes. Bitcoin, right? Let's go Bitcoin. There we go. Bitcoin is down 140 to 48,238, and let's look at its little brother or little sister. Ethereum is down 42 to 1496. Again, if you've been on the channel and seen what I talk about, Ethereum, my last buy on Ethereum was at 1450, and so that's a good level. Taking a look at oil, oil is up another $1.70 a barrel. So since yesterday, so that means that U.S. oil, USO, the ETF that I keep talking about, is probably up quite a bit too. So yes, USO is up 83 cents in the pre-market. So that's going to look to trade higher today as well. Cinemark movie theater chain up 18 cents. Chevron up $2.45. Any news on that? Or that's just because of the price of oil? Here we go. Chevron to buy out Noble Midstream in all stock, $1.32 billion deal. So that's what happens when oil prices go up and these companies, their stock prices go up. Chevron, ExxonMobil, etc. They're going to look to make acquisitions because they can do it with stock, and they could have done a buyback or something of that nature. So offer translates to 14.55 per share of Noble Midstream share. So as an example of that, let's look up Noble Midstream Partners. Here we go, MBLX, and watch this. Actually down 19 cents in the pre-market. So there you go. All right. So again, the Dow, we'll get that once it opens. Ethereum trading down a little bit. Ford up 17 cents. So far everything looking pretty good for a green opening here in a little over 17 minutes. We have GameStop. GameStop is showing down 535 in the pre-market. So again, pre-market runs for 5 hours before the market opens. Okay, Intel. We have Intel is up $1.11 in the pre-market. A couple pharmaceuticals I own up 2 cents. NASDAQ Composite Index pre-market is looking up as well. KMPH from way earlier in the week is looking to trade up a little bit, almost getting close to 10%. So it looks like a jump on KMPH again today, 91 cents up in the pre-market to 10.54. And you'll see that up here, the red line up here, okay, showing what it's up to. And this is what it closed at yesterday, 9.63. We have Microsoft, and Microsoft is up in the pre-market, $2.17. NMTR up 2 cents. NVIDIA, now NVIDIA has been getting clobbered, so a key point for, or a key level for NVIDIA today is going to be this $500 mark, which that's where it's at. So there's probably a lot of expirations today on the 500 mark. And maybe we'll take a look at those and see what those look like as well. Let's see what else here. Oshkosh, based on earlier news, down 58 cents. Okay. Precious metals, silver, down almost 9 cents. Platinum, down 4 cents to 11.22. And palladium, up $11.50. So Palantir, another popular one from the meme stocks of Reddit, is up $1.14. And I need to move this monitor over a little bit. There we go. Having trouble seeing what was up, so my head's going over that way. All right. PSLV, again, this is a silver trust that you can buy shares of, but the issue I have with it is they do not, as far as I know, hold the physical silver once you buy it. So I don't know what you're getting there. REMX is a rare earth or metals ETF, trading up 33 cents. Rocket Mortgage is up 66 cents in the pre-market. Again, this is all pre-market stuff, as the market opens up in another 15 minutes. And let's see here. SLB, SPX, TLT, Treasury yield. Let's take a look at that. In the pre-market, that's actually down 29 cents. And if you look at the TLT, and let's go out to weekly, you can see since March that yield has been going down. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that one. Okay. Tesla looking for a nice jump here, $9, up 1.69% in the pre-market. So trading up to about $630 off of its close yesterday of $621. We talked about U.S. oil earlier. That is up 94 cents in the pre-market. VIX, that's gonna open up down as the market goes up. Again, it's an inverse relationship. So as we look at the bottom of our screen here, we have the S&P 500. Again, this won't start showing numbers, live numbers, until market opens in 13 minutes. And same thing with the VIX. I'm expecting this to show opening up down though. So the VIX will be going down, the S&P will be going up, according to everything that we are looking at. All right, and then Workhorse. So let's pull up the S&P 500 futures again. Actually, this one. gonna add that over here. We'll have that up there. There we go. All right, so I've got to get a couple things ready here, so we're ready to go here. Okay. And what I'm doing is I'm actually logging into my brokerage account. Something we use daily here, calculator. Okay. All right, so I want to take a look at see how this one looks. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the economic calendar and see what we have coming up for today. Got about minutes left until the market opens. All right, so Monday, March 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, March 5th, here we go. So non-farm payrolls were released, and it looks like for, they give actual forecast and previous, here we go. All right, so non-farm non-farm payrolls were up for February 379,000. That's good. The estimate was 210,000, so that's 166,000 on the upside. Unemployment was released, and what happened on unemployment? 6.2%. That's down from 6.3% was the estimate. Okay. And then average hourly earnings are up 0.2%. That was the estimate. Trade deficit, forecast is 67.6 billion. That's actually a rise to 68.2 billion. And then at 12 noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern time, we'll get the Atlanta Fed President Raphael Bostic speaks, and then consumer credit also at that time for January. So these are all lagging indicators, but this right here, oops, let me get the two that matter here for the day. This right here, non-farm payrolls being up 379,000, being up 166,000. That's actually good. That means that people were hiring back in February, and it's up a little bit higher. So that's good news there. Unemployment going down 0.1%. Again, the problem I have with unemployment is it only chooses people that are actually filing and that are on unemployment. Those that come off of it and stay unemployed, or those that leave their positions and aren't collecting it and are out of the workforce, are not counted in those numbers. So there's some missing data there. So I think that real number is probably significantly higher than what it's showing there. But again, and we'll leave that up. We'll come back to that in a little while here. We're going to look at the heat map, but that's not going to show up for another 15 minutes after the market opens. So again, S&P futures are looking to open up significantly higher. And let's get the what's the Dow futures here? Okay, and the Dow futures looking up 311. So people are liking those non-farm payrolls that came through. So we'll leave this on the S&P 500. So, all right, so I will be right back. I'm going to go let the dog outside so she can do her business. She already ate, and then we'll be back to get going here with the market. Stay tuned. Let's go. Come on, baby. Let's go. Okay, we're back, and we have about 2 minutes until the open. S&P futures. S&P is looking to open up 45 points or 1.2% to the upside. Dow Jones Industrial Average looking to open up 330 points to the upside. So yay. And 2 minutes until the open. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's see. All right. Okay, so let's take a look at some movers here as we have the market open, and right out of the box, the S&P is looking up. We have the Dow Jones Industrial Average up 275 points. The S&P 500 is up 38 points. Still waiting on the Nasdaq, but again, that's a nice little jump there at the open. Let's take a look at some movers here. Tesla on the upside, 600 up to 624. So up a good $4.14 a share. And then Costco reported their earnings yesterday. Blew those out of the box. Posting gains, but they're trading down a little bit. Again, it's more of an instance of selling on the news, buying on the rumor. So once earnings come out, a lot of stocks, even if they blow them out, go down a little bit. Palantir, we've been talking about them in the last few days, are trading down a little bit. Again, yesterday we had, or all this week we had, all the airline stocks and cruise ships, etc., that have been going up. I'm not sure. Let's see, Carnival. Probably trading down. Yep, giving a little bit of it back. 71 down 72 cents. Okay. And that's about it. So really Tesla, let's see Nvidia, see if it's holding above 500. No, it's not. So 498 up $3.91. It did spike up to 502, so that's going to be the battle for 500 for that stock today. Taking a look at dog's looking at me. Taking a look at GameStop, trading down $3.65. So again, that went up pretty good yesterday. So pulling back a little bit today. Again, above 100 clears any of the options that were expiring today that are priced in the money above 100. So I'm not sure if we'll have a battle for that unless there's a battle for 200 today. So if this thing tends to push up and go up significantly to 200, well, then we'll see where we're at on that. Okay. So Rocket, we'll take a look at Rocket. Up 9 cents. And AMC up 4 cents. So it looks like another battle for $8 today. I'm sure the folks on Reddit are going to be talking about that. And Tesla, this is interesting because, you know, depending on what kind of value you see on this, Tesla down another $3, down almost $4 here. It opened up higher, got up to $627 a share. So it opened up higher, but now we're looking at it dropping down. And I think this has been down pretty much every day this week, and it's down quite a bit from its gains over even since January. Let's see. You know, we're going to be doing a flip from over the next, call it 20 years or so, from gas consumption vehicles over to electric vehicles, and even possibly even natural gas vehicles, depending. There was a push on that, and I don't really know why that stalled. But so Tesla's down pretty significantly. Let's go to our EV makers. I gotta clean up this list a little bit too. Li Auto, electric car manufacturer in China, up 22 cents. NIO up 40 cents. Solo down. Workhorse down. Plug Power down. Blink does charging stations. They're up 86 cents. That's been a great story on this stock. Fantastic story. Hasn't been trading for a long time, but coming from $5 all the way up to 31 has done really, really well over the last year. Got all the way up to $64.50. That's how well that one did. Okay, so again, economic calendar. The reason why the markets are up this morning is we have non-farm payrolls were increased by 166,000 in February, off an estimate of 210,000. Actually, non-farm payrolls increased by 379,000. Unemployment was down 0.1% from the estimate of 6.3 down to 6.2. That's good news. Average hourly earnings remained the same as far as the estimate, 0.2% increase. Okay, and then the trade deficit increased in February from the estimate of $67.6 billion to $68.2 billion. So you really take the payrolls number and the unemployment number, earnings and trade deficit. Obviously, people don't, if you look at the, U.S. debt clock. It's another one I want to add to it. I think it's this one. Hold on. May not be this one. Nope, that's not it. There's one that is really, really good. And when I find it, I don't know where it's at. Everybody's doing one now. I'll have to find it later. But when you have 20, hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillions. National debt of the United States is up to $27.9 trillion. That is an $84,758 debt for every single person in the United States. And it's growing. And that's going to continue to grow as we look at the Fred money stock, M1. Look at what we're doing. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Okay. Heat map again isn't going to show for 15 minutes, but we still have everything in the green. Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 245. S&P 500 is up 23, and the NASDAQ Composite is up 40 points this morning. So definitely off to a good start. And let's take a look at some of the movers on some of the ones we've been watching here to the upside. Oops, not on the EV maker. Sorry about that. My apologies. You guys ever watch Stephen Graham? Stephen Graham did a 100K 10 stock list for the year, and this is who he had in it. He had Ford in it, and I thought, well, okay, so we're on the same page, because I've owned Ford for quite a while, and that's been going well. He had Align Technology. Their 52-week high is 634, 518. Tesla, of course, but he put Tesla in there at significantly higher than where it's at right now. Okay, NL America, I forget what that even does. Cerner Corporation, right at their about $20 off of their high. Hey, stop whining over there. I have her blocked. We can let her out. Yeah, Netflix currently down $2. So there we go. Anyway, interesting. Let me let her out so she can say hello. Okay, let's say hello. Come. Oh. That's my dog. That's Liberty. She's a good dog, aren't you? You just wanted hugs? Is that what you wanted? You wanted hugs? All right. She's super sweet. Leave him alone. She is super sweet. And I let her out because my son is about to wake up. And if I let her out while I'm streaming, she'll go bother on his door. But it's time for him to wake up anyway, because he's got to get ready for his work day. So not too much of a big deal. So here we go. Netflix trading down. Let's take a look at Apple. Apple down 47 cents right now. Nvidia, again, the battle there, down 282. So we've taken a turn here, and again, you can see the volatility going up. And oops, let me move this screen down here. There we go. So definitely turning down a little bit on some of the techs. The volatility is going up. The S&P 500 is going down. Job growth beats expectations in February. We just talked about that. Debate to begin. Again, they're going to slam this stimulus stuff down our throats every single day, driving the market down further, as it says debate to begin in the U.S. Senate on Biden's $1.9 trillion relief bill. We've heard that for 3 days now. Let's get on with it. Fed insists that they will stay the course. Oxford study indicates AstraZeneca effective against Brazil variant of COVID. Wall Street opens higher, again, Dow up 210, S&P up 20, NASDAQ Composite up 27. Let's see if there's anything else here going on. No, just more tech sell-off here. Whoops, hey, get back over in here into my alphabetical. Okay, let's take a look at Microsoft. Up 175, so there's a bright spot. Intel up 96 cents, another bright spot. AMD up 2 cents. Oh, now flat, now down 7 cents. So definitely a turn in the little bit of a turn here. So we'll see if this can hold or not. And we'll take a look at the S&P 500. So again, it had a nice open. Okay, up pretty good, 50 points or so. We got all the way up to 3808, and still up 19 points, or a half of 1%. And hold on a second. So I'm going to take a look at, let's look at AMC, and I'm going to go into my options chain, and I'm going to see what the interest is here. So got a lot at $9. So you have open interest on the AMC $9 calls are at 41,780, And so those are the bulk. So that you know, there may or may not be a battle for that. There's 28,000 contracts open interest on the $8 calls on AMC. Take a look at GME. So you're going to see it. You're probably going to see a push on GME today. 136. You know, are they going to try and you know, push this thing up? Let's see the interest. Not a lot. So you have a lot at 150, 6,700 open interest contracts on the 150 call for today. 1547 on the 145s, 2800 on the 140s, 1600 on the 135s. So it will be interesting to see if there's, you know, any significant battles on that one, where something like AMC only trades, their options only trade on the dollar. So $7, $8, $9, $10, etc. GME a lot more traded, and let's see the volume today. So we've been open for 15 minutes. We've got 2.3 million shares traded on a $49 million float. So, you know, they'll pick their spot. Will it be 140 for the battle? Will it be 150 will be the battle? You know, there's significantly, or not significantly, but there's about 1,200 more call options expiring at 140 than there are at 135. There are 1,300 contracts expiring or open interest on the 145 calls. So we'll see if this thing is going to continue to push here. Both going up, AMC as well. But again, AMC would have to get up to that $9 level. I don't know if there's going to be enough retail interest or major firms, major traders interested in seeing that thing go up above, all the way up to 9. Okay. So Tesla, again, Tesla was up, but then it turned quickly and headed south. So another $17 on Tesla. So it's going to battle for the $600 level. And let me take a look here at what we got for options today. There we go. It would only pull up them. So here's the weeklies. We're 620 already. Yeah, so let's see. Let me get all the out of the monies. And the out of the monies expiring for Tesla today start at the 610 mark. The biggest one is the 620, so the fact that it's $18 off at 621, the bulk of the interest was in those 620s, 4,700 contracts expiring today at 620. So that might be the battle. That might be the battle point on Tesla today, to see if he can get back up to 620 and hold 620. What are you doing? Where'd you get that from? Doug found a couple pieces of plastic. I don't know where those came from, but maybe from the... I heard my dog chewing something. I was like, what could she possibly have? It's not treat time yet. So she found a piece of plastic. I've gotten it out of the garbage can. She's stealthy like that. But for the most part, she's good. The first 3-4 months that I had her, she would chew some things up, and she chewed up some door frames and things like that. And I think I fixed most of those and restained them a little bit. There's one door I have to replace the trim on, But other than that, she's past that level because she's only a year and a half old. But awesome little dog. She's about 49 pounds. She's not going to get heavier than that, I don't believe. And so good stuff there. So if you have pets, yay pets. And here we go. All right, let's take a quick look here. What happened to... Okay. All right. And I have to set up my string thing here so I can see it. There we go. All right, so we have the Dow Jones Industrial Average still holding up 191, and we are at 49 minutes. So we are 20 minutes past the open. So initially this map that I show you, the heat map, again is going to show a lot of green, but some of those have turned negative from where they're at right now. So you have a lot of green on the board. Almost everything is up. Energy, again, energy is up again. Microsoft up, Apple up, Google up, Facebook up, Tesla down. We just talked about that. Home Depot down, Starbucks up, Nike up, McDonald's up. Energy, ExxonMobil up, Chevron up 2%. Chevron had news out. They did an acquisition of Noble Midstream and at 14 something or other. So Chevron was up on that. Noble Midstream was actually down on that news. So maybe that expectation was already in play. All the financials up. So looking green on the day, but the NASDAQ composite has already turned negative. So the ICIX, let's find that. There we go. So NASDAQ composite index is down. So what you're going to see, and it's only down a little bit, 4. So what you'll see in about another 10 minutes or so is you might see a little bit more red on here or a little bit more gray. The dull colors basically mean that they are trading just a little bit up, not a lot. The bright green numbers like Oracle, up 3.23%, leading the pack on the technology sector. You have Bank of America up 2%, leading the financials and the banks. You have Merck and J&J leading the healthcare drug manufacturers. Energy, you have ExxonMobil leading that. 1 second.
자꾸 내 맘이 설레요. 그래요. 아름다운 그대와 단둘이서 걷고 싶은데 많은 사람들 속에 난 그대만 보이네요. 밤하늘의 별도 밝게 비춘 달도 그대 앞에 빛을 잃어요. 감당할 수 없는 마음들이 날 힘들게 해요. 잘못한 게 없이도 그대는 죄인이 돼요. 날 서운하게 해요. 당연한 거 아는데 욕심이 나서 그래요. 나도 모르게 그대 앞에 서면 달라지던 어제의 다짐들 내겐 관심이 없죠. 난 그래도 그대네요. 밤하늘의 별도 밝게 비춘 달도 그대 앞에 빛을 잃어요. 감당할 수 없는 마음들이 날 힘들게 해요. 내게 다가와줘. 날 바라봐줘. 날 사랑해줘. 너 하나뿐이야. 다가와줘. 날 바라봐줘. 날 사랑한다고 말해줘. 밤하늘의 별도 밝게 비춘 달도 그대 앞에 빛을 잃어요. 감당할 수 없는 마음들이 날 힘들게 하지만
we'll see what happens. And folks, I apologize. I've had my microphone muted, I guess, for quite a while. Oops. Missed all that, huh? Fun stuff streaming live. All right. Bitcoin down 151. Ethereum down 7. Ford back up. Let's look at the SPX again. Oops. There we go. And this is the start of the day. Just down, down, down she goes. And anytime it goes back up above this line, back down again. So it may crawl up to here and test that 37.76 level again. It does seem to be evening out just a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay. Let's look at the volatility. Ascending. Inverse to the S&P. Watch this for a little bit. So some of the ones we're looking at, Rocket back up to $25 or so. Neo EV car maker, they're down, but they're back off their bottom though. If you pick some up down here, good for you. On the buy signal here, there you go, 3.9%. Let's take a quick look at, where's my 8 chart? Huh. Oh, all layouts. There we go. That's the one I'm looking for. Let that load. So everything's starting to come back a little bit and hit into the green. So that's good news. Microsoft bouncing back, Intel, AMD, Boeing, Palantir, Nvidia, Cintas, US Oil. I think this one we're going to put Ford. Okay. So those are all certainly looking pretty decent. And these are all 30-second charts. So you can watch the MACD on some of them. You can watch the RSI indicator. It depends on what I'm looking at on each of those. Sometimes you'll see some different indicators, so you won't see the exact same indicators on every single company because I'm looking for different things. But for the most part, you can follow the MACD down on the bottom there and look for opportunities. So S&P on the turn. That's good. Do we have a bottom? Hopefully. But again, what's going to keep it up? There's not a lot of good news out there. There's not an opportunity for good news to come out. All right, so we've got about a half an hour left here in our day. And let's go back to our 3-chart default. Yes, leave. Gas prices, we don't need that one up anymore. No other economic news coming out today. S&P, a lot of dull here, so things hovering around the 0 mark or barely up or barely down. Got Ford. And so this is Ford Motor Company. And let's go back to the start of today. Whoops, see. There we go. And it's trading a little bit below the 50 and 100 day or 100 period averages based on the candlesticks or the bars that you see there. So you have a 30-second chart up here, you have the 5-minute chart for here for a longer view, and then you have the daily chart over here. And so looking for crosses, this would say on a 5-minute chart, be careful, but the 30-second chart actually looks pretty good based on this. So its next leg back up, yeah, could bounce back up to the $12 range here, $12.09, another 10 cents or so. Pretty good opportunity for that one, actually. Depending on what the market does, though, right? Okay, let's go back to GameStop. Up 7%. So hey, if you were in GameStop today, this morning, you are loving life right now. That bad boy is up another $9.41, up 7% on the day, which is pretty good. If you're into, AMC, looks like it's going to struggle for that $8 range today. AMD is down. Oil's up. Ethereum is down. Ford up. But GameStop, and I don't think there's any news on there. Let's see. Their next earnings report on GameStop is April 1st. AMC, however, is going to report earnings next week, I think on the 10th. They don't even show it. Oh, here we go. March 10th. So they're looking at a loss of $3.58. Again, what do these numbers look like? It looks like, see this rise right here? That's in the estimate, but they've been missing their estimates. So again, you have analysts that are shorting a stock. So these analysts, or not the analysts, but you have these hedge funds that are shorting the stock, and they're in relationships with these analysts. And so let's say you have all these analysts colluding together to say, hey, what do you think AMC is going to lose this quarter? Well, dude, they lost, was that $3.41 or $4.41? I expect them to lose $3.58. I think they're probably going to lose $4 a share. All right, let's leave it at $3.58. Oh, AMC missed earnings. Drive the stock price down. They're short in the stock. They make money on it. So you have shenanigans, we'll just call them, at play in both AMC and GameStop and Rocket. But Rocket is the exception to this, where they came out and with a special dividend that's going to be paid there. I think you got to buy it today is the last day that you can buy Rocket to participate in the dividend. And you know what? Let's see here. Let's take a look at this. Bear with me a minute, folks. right, let's go back into 30-second here for a second, and might be looking at doing a trade here. Yeah, things look good. All right, so I'm going to okay, and I just purchased 500 shares of Rocket. At 24.83. And I've been looking at this one, looking for an opportunity to maybe grab some of that dividend. And I've got another order to purchase 250 shares of Rocket at 24.79. Probably missed that. I did. That's not going to fill for me. Changed it to 24.84, and it filled. Okay, so just picked up a 250 shares of Rocket in one account and 500 shares of the other. So that's purely a speculative dividend trade. Okay, purely speculative, and why not? And let's and we'll look at something else here. Okay. I'll have to keep an eye on that one. All right, so again, Rocket, pick some shares up at 24.84 in one account, and in the other account, picked up 500 shares at 24.83. So I'm losing money. I'm down $5 in one account, and the other one, I am there we go. Okay, and there we go. So good stuff going on there. Hopefully that will play out to our advantage, and we'll see on that next. We'll see on that next week. So what am I looking at here? You know, dividend availability. Okay. So that's probably a good level. Already up on it. I'm up $30 on it right now. But we're going to hold that one through next week. You know, here's what's going to happen, folks. You know, market's getting clobbered again today. And looking at the heat map, all the stuff that was green earlier, I told you what was going to happen. Told you that it was going to be turning dull, and then it was going to be turning red. And that's what we have happening right now. So, you know, that's something that you know, we kind of saw the writing on the wall, saw it start to occur, and now it's coming true. So looking at the SPX again, you know, I had charts over here. I drew a couple channels on the VIX and the S&P as it was trending down. Had a bounce up, right back down to here again. Let's see. We'll see what happens over in this range as the day goes on. So we got about 25 minutes left here on this part of the show, and then we'll be back in another 3 hours at 11:30 Pacific or 2:30 Eastern time, and we'll be broadcasting the last hour and a half of the markets today on this Friday, options expiration today. So usually Fridays are mostly down days anyway, because there's battles going on for options that are expiring. Again, AMC trying to claw back up to that $8 level. GME trying to conquer the 150. You have a lot of calls expiring at the $150 level on GameStop. And again, at $8 at AMC, I don't see any chance. And you know what, of that thing getting up to $9 today. Rocket, again, if you know, that's an interesting one. I did purchase some Rocket today in 2 of my accounts. 250 shares in one account and 500 shares in the other account. So 750 shares times hold on a second, at $24.84. So put about $18,000 or so into Rocket. 500 shares in one account, 250 shares in the other account. Strictly a dividend play. Let me pull up on here and let me show you that. And I'm pulling it up on another browser here. Okay, so here is, okay, they announced it on February 25th. So let's look at the stock for a second. Let's look at February 25th, and let's go into the, let's just try 30 minutes. Oops, nope, a little less than that, 15 minutes maybe. They announced a dividend down here at $20. This thing ran all the way up to $40 a share in the run up, and it pulled back. So there is some support here. So we'll see what happens. More people may purchase this thing today and Monday, but it goes ex-dividend date on the 8th. So on Monday. So you have to buy the stock today in order to get, or Monday morning at the latest, in order to get the dividend. Is $1.11 per share. So here's the play. Okay. So it's at $25.44. I purchased it at $24.89. So right now in my personal account, on that buy, where are we at here? I am up $95 on one buy, and the other one I am already up $52. So $51, I'm up, you know, $150, call it right now. But here's the play: 750 shares times $1.11, okay, is $832.50. 832. So 24.84 minus $8, or I'm sorry, minus $1.11. Is anything below 23.73 next week is going to be the break even for me. So it would have to go down in order for me to lose out on this dividend. So 23.73 per bar, and so I create an alert to let me know, hey, if Rocket goes down, let me know. Okay, so 24.68. So apparently I paid too much for it. Okay, so now it's down. But again, the whole market is pulling back, folks. It's starting to go down significantly again on this Friday. So everything is red. Hardly anything's in the green anymore. Probably with the exception, again, this is delayed 15 minutes, but you got your energy sector still holding on, and that's probably going to be about it, as everything else just continues to get hammered and hammered and hammered. AMC down 34 cents. GameStop. This is going to be a battle in the afternoon trading session and probably the last hour. So we're going to have some excitement this afternoon. So come on back for the power hour and let us know that you're in there, because we're definitely going to have some excitement in the last hour of the trading day. And again, my apologies earlier. Apparently for about an hour, I didn't have the microphone turned on. I had muted it momentarily and came back and realized it later on. So as I get more viewers in here, if you ever see that happen and you're on a stream, drop a comment so I can see it. Somebody let me know on my personal phone, and the message was at like 48 minutes, but I had my personal phone muted as far as silence. So there you go. I did see an email. Let me see here. From the U.S. Mint. What did they have to say today? Announcing the first annual, at 12 o'clock, at 9 o'clock, United States Mint proof set is being released today. So let's take a look at what that is and see if you may want to pick up some of that. Usually I don't buy these. The product schedule 2021. We're down to March 5th. Proof set. So this is going to be $32 for the proof set, and you get a $50, you get a quarter, you get a Sacagawea dollar, you get a Jefferson nickel, Lincoln cent, Ike dime. Along with, you also get Tuskegee Airman coin as well. Let's see here. And this is the San Francisco Mint proof set. So it will have an S mint mark on the coin as well. Final quarter in the America the Beautiful Quarters program series. One General George Washington crossing the Delaware Quarter, one Native American $1 coin, and then a Kennedy $50, Roosevelt dime, Jefferson nickel, Lincoln penny, Lincoln penny, along with a COA, certificate of authenticity. Gives you the metal content. Again, you're looking at nickel and copper, nickel and copper, nickel and copper, nickel and copper. With the exception of the dollar, the Sacagawea dollar, which has zinc, manganese, nickel, and copper. So if you want to do that, you can go into usmint.gov. And the easiest way when you're at the main website is this. If they have a new release, the quickest way I get to that, instead of trying to go shop in coins and drill down into menus, is just go to product schedule, click on the 2021 product schedule. I sign up for emails from them so that if I want to get into something on release date, I can. There's a proof set right there. I'll leave that up. I may or may not purchase it. I haven't decided yet. May pick up a couple of them. We'll see. But more importantly, the market, SPX, just heading south. So, I drew lines over here on the SPX, and if you look at where I drew that channel, you say, well, what's it going to go down to? Or what's the volatility going to go up to? Volatility is right back where it was when I drew that chart. We're actually a little lower than where I drew the other line at. So I drew that line, that channel right here, and we pulled back from that. So another absolutely getting killed red day in the market today. of March 9th, but you have to own it by the ex-dividend date, so you got to buy it today. That dividend is going to be payable on 3/23, so you could turn around on March 10th and sell it. Okay. Again, we'll see what kind of stimulus news we get over the weekend. I think that you're not going to get any. They're beginning debate on stimulus. They're not going to vote on it until next week. They're going to all want to get on the Sunday morning talk shows and talk about how fantastic they are and they care about the people and we're going to help people out, but they're just doing it for their own egos. It's just a power play, and you have individual senators in the Senate that want to pick on this power play because they know the bill doesn't have to be passed until the end of next week. So because of that, you're going to have volatility. That's the only good news that's going to come out. Short term, we'll get a bump. Long term, we'll see. Why do I have this open twice? Why do I have two of these charts up here? Hold on. Got one extra here. Close that bad boy out. Leave. Yes. Okay. All right. So again, if you want a dividend, $1.11, the stock would need to go down $1.11 lower than what you buy it at, basically to be at a loss. But again, that's not going to pay out till March 23rd. However, there's certainly opportunity there. And again, apparently this doesn't update at all. Let's see what it shows now. Oh, because it's delayed by 15 minutes. So here's where delays come in. You go to your regular website and you say, oh, it's at $24.85. I'm going to buy. I'm going to put an order in at $24.85, but you're getting delayed quotes and you're not getting live quotes, and the real price is at $24.36. And so the ask on that right now, let's go to the bid and the ask on Rocket. You're looking at people selling at $24.27 and they're buying at $24.30. So, and there's the 30 right there. $24.36. That's going to drop again here in a second. And I might pick up a little more. I like that $1.11 dividend. Out of coffee. That's okay. We got 12 more minutes of the show here. And again, we're going to be back in 3 hours. We're going to be back at 11:30 Pacific time, 2:30 Eastern time, to take another look and see where we're going to be, okay, on the day. So everything's just getting clobbered. Everything's in the red. Again, this thing is going to significantly start to turn red. You just saw it because it updates every 15 minutes. A lot of that was green a second ago, and now all of a sudden it's red. Again, because you have a 15-minute delay on that sentiment indicator. AMD just getting killed. Cinemark down. Chevron up. Ford down. Intel up. AMD down. GameStop up. Again, the battle for GameStop, $150 a share today. Battle for AMC, $8, not looking good. Microsoft up 55 cents. And let's see here. White House says closely tracking Microsoft's emergency patch. Apparently they released on Thursday after an unknown hacking group recently broke into organizations using a flaw in the company's mail server software. Well, there you go. So if you use Microsoft Outlook, looks like they might have a hole. In the Exchange server software reports a potential compromise of U.S. think tanks and defense industrial-based entities. We encourage network owners to patch ASAP. His tweet included a link to a notice by Microsoft of the security update. Take a look at that. See what that says. So again, this is for companies and entities, and even yourself. If you're running a Microsoft Exchange server, there's a flaw in that, and they issued a patch on it. If I type in here, Windows, and let's see here what screen it shows up on. Windows update for me. It's running a scan right now. Yeah, I might leave that open when I take a break here. I think I'll probably update my Windows. Anyway, just for grins and giggles. And then usually they'll probably force an update if it's serious. But this has to do with their Exchange service. So not necessarily something every individual has to worry about. But certainly news on the stock. And that was yesterday anyway. So today it's recovering. Let's take a quick look at yesterday's action. Went down a little bit yesterday, but back up again today. Nice little recovery for Microsoft. Moving on further. Again, NVIDIA down $23 a share today, all the way down to $471. Boy, this thing's just getting hammered. Oshkosh up 1%. Precious metals, palladium up $7 an ounce. Platinum down $9 an ounce. Silver down 25 cents an ounce. We're clawing back a little bit, but again, this thing is range bound because it's manipulated. Let's face it. Palantir down $3.50 today, down to $21.28. So again, that's just getting hammered all the way today. Look at that. Down 13% today. I'm not touching that thing. Rocket 2409. Again, I bought some at 2484 and 2479 in two of my accounts earlier, so I'm negative on those. Might have pulled the trigger too soon. Tesla down $61 now, down to $559. Just hit its low. It's trying to come back a little bit. Again, probably a false breakout back to the north, to the upside here. I would expect further downside pressure as everybody continues to sell off in this market. Everybody's selling. So what am I doing? Buying. All right, U.S. oil. When there's blood in the streets, that's when I take my cash and invest it. U.S. oil up a nice healthy 95 cents today, 44.02. Okay. Workhorse down $2. ExxonMobil up 80 cents. So again, negative red day in the market. We have the Dow currently down 64 points and NASDAQ Composite down 269 points. Just continuing letting, getting into correction level territory possibly next week. S&P down 24.59. So another red day in the markets. Not a good day, not a good Friday. We'll see if we bounce back a little bit later on, but certainly not looking like it's going to do that, at least from this standpoint. Okay. I'm gonna check one more thing here. Okay. And make sure it's gonna get on this. 968. 9 Ethereum. Okay. All right, so coming up on the end of the morning stream, and I definitely want to thank you all for showing up and showing the love. Do me a favor, hit the like, hit the subscribe, place a comment down below if you have a question or a comment, or if you enjoyed something I said or didn't say on the stream while my microphone was muted. Again, apologies for that. And we're going to be back in 3 hours at 11:30 Pacific or 2:30 Eastern time. And just the S&P just continues. Look at this channel, and you could have said if you were watching it, say, well, looks like he's wrong. His channel's going up. Not really. Not really. It's worse. It's worse than where it was when I drew the channel. So you just have everything. Look, watch this. Watch how quick these colors change. So it's going to go even a little bit more red. Watch. It's going to be quick. Boom. A lot of red now. This morning when we opened up, everything, just about everything was green. Now you have a ton of red up there. Look at Tesla down. Nvidia down 4%. Tesla down 9% today. Holy cow. Do not buy this stock. Do not do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do not do it. Just say no. From $900 down to $546. Whole bunch of people bought up here. Look at this. Bunch of people bought trying to get that 900 and keep it above that level. And since then, you know, what's their loss? Somebody bought up there and is probably still holding. They're down 36%. $320 a share. Not good. Let's get back into where we can actually see what's going on with this. So again, look at the channels I drew down here on the S&P 500. You know, drew those earlier, and it was forming this channel, and it broke that channel. Now it's forming another channel. The VIX, which is negative sentiment, increasing steadily. There you have it. So, in my alert, rocket just hit 2373. So that's what an alert sounds like on my computer. What do we got here? There we go. So it's just getting killed, just getting hammered now. All right, ExxonMobil going up. Again, I bought it. I bought Rocket. Right in this range here. It looked pretty good, but then the sell-off is continuing here. So that's okay. We'll get through this. It's not anything to freak out about. S&P down 37. We have the NASDAQ Composite down 325 now. The ICIX. Oops, wrong one. Why did I put that one in there? IXIC. There we go. Sorry, wrong symbol. So the IXIC, which is the NASDAQ Composite, down 308 points. Right now, that's all your tech stocks. Again, you know, we have 15-minute delays on the S&P 500, but everything's turning decidedly negative on the day. Hey, if you're interested in buying the U.S. proof set, here, want to see something funny? Watch this. When I say live chat pops up on the U.S. Mint site, I put down yes. I have a question. Watch. Sorry, no operators are available at the moment. Please try back later. So if you're on the site long enough, it'll come up with a pop-up box. I already know. I had questions a month and a half ago on something, and I clicked that box, and they said, nope, we're not going to talk to you. We're not going to answer your questions. However, you can call them. And if you call them, it depends on when you're calling them. Usually on a release day, they will have a slight delay. But they're very, very friendly. They're very, very informed. They can look at your account, look at your orders and everything else, and you can look at that. So some good stuff there. All right, so we've got 8:30. We'll be back online and on stream in 3 hours. So until then, we'll see you at 11:30 Pacific, 2:30 Eastern Time for Power Hour. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Crypto Sonar. Have yourself a great morning, and we'll see you a little bit later on. Bye now.